Okay, so I'm in Photoshop and I have to resize the images that we downloaded earlier into these different sizes with a width of 900, a width of 450, and a width of 225. So let's see how we can do it. You can use a simpler software called Irfan View, and I'll just Google it for you. Irfan View. So Irfan View, that's the one, irfanview.com. It allows you to view images, convert them, resize them, create slideshows, and a lot of things. So if you don't have Photoshop, don't get too stressed. This will do the job for you. But as web designers, we want to learn Photoshop, so I will be using Photoshop. I'm just going to minimize this in the background, get back to Photoshop, and open up two of those images, which we downloaded earlier. So I've got two of these images, and you can see here's the one, here's another one. So they aren't terribly large. So if I'm actually going to be scaling them up, what we should try to do is get really big images and then scale them um, downwards. But I'll make do with what I have for now. You can see when you select these options here, the bar on top changes. So depending on the tool you select from the left panel, you will have a different set of options on top. So if I select the marquee tool here, and the shortcut is M, so wherever you are, if you click on M, it goes to the marquee tool. You get the options, and you can see you can either have a fixed size or a fixed ratio. I usually work with fixed ratios. You can say 4 by 3, so that will give you a nice rectangle. So now when I make a selection, it will always be locked to a 4 by 3 ratio. See that? Always locked to a 4 by 3 ratio. Or 1 by 1 if you want square images. So I can go 1 by 1. I'll go 1 by 1 in this case. If you want rectangular images, go 4 by 3. 1 by 1 is fine. So I'm just going to go 1 by 1 and I select this whole thing. And I say edit. I'm looking for crop, image crop, image crop. So image crop crops it for me. Okay. So now let's save it. To save this as an optimized web image, you need to go to File, Save for Web and Devices. Now there are some in blue which are sort of highlighted differently just for beginners and advanced users. Okay, so don't worry about why some are in blue and why some are not in blue. There's some setting somewhere that makes them blue. Right now you need to worry about save for web and devices. So there it's going to be saved as a web. Now the first one was width 900. Yeah. And then I'm going to click on save JPEG quality. I can go 80 or 90. I'm going to click on the save button down here. You probably can't see the save button, so let me just bring it up a bit. There's a save button down here. I'm just going to click on it, save. So that is reading glasses 900. And then I do the same thing again, file, save for web and devices, then you have 450. Now as I said, it should have been a really big picture to start with. And then I'm going to save it again, high JPEG, reading glasses 450, and then file, save for web and devices 225. And you can see because the aspect ratio is locked, both change to 225. Save, and I'm going to save that reading glasses 225. So we have these three types of images, and we can use them later on our website depending on our need. Same thing with sunglasses. I will go to the marquee tool, fixed ratio 1:1. Let me make a quick selection. That looks all right. Image crop will crop it, and then I start saving it. File, save for web and devices, save. Sunglasses 900. Oh, sorry, I didn't change it. 900. So I'll first change it here, 900. Save. So that becomes sunglasses 900. It's got pixelated because I've actually scaled it up. File, save for web and devices again, and this time 450. That's not too bad. You can scale up 25%, and that works quite fine. And then again, file, save for web and devices, and that will be 225. Need to save it as sunglasses 225. So that's how you're going to save your images, about 12 of them, 3 copies each, and then you need to zip them all up. So you will need to go to pictures, images, you have to select all of your images, and then you will have to just archive them. In this case, I'm compressing them. So there's a zip file, and when you double click on the zip file, you will see what the zip file comprises of. On the Mac, when you double click, it opens it up as a folder. So that's 342 shows what the zip file contains, and you take a screenshot of it and put it in your document.